All right, good morning. Here we are at the 90 Mile Straight. This is going to be an interesting day. So we're in Caiguna and we actually had a really lovely experience yesterday. We stopped for the afternoon after a relatively short ride and did a lot of editing, punched out another cheeky video, the month review. And then we've just been treated with lots of kindness from strangers. We've had a bunch of people come up and approach us and talk to us about the trip and share some stories about their trip, which has been great.
We had a free coffee this morning.
Free coffee this morning from a couple of road train pilots. Another chat with a family out here. And then the plan for this evening is to meet a guy who found us on Facebook in one of the travelling forums and has offered to cook us a meal tonight. And he's bringing some sunscreen because we're running low on sunscreen. So it's so cool. We're feeling like we're more part of a community out here than we have on the trip so far, so that's great. We're stoked. It's warming our little hearts. It is. Yeah.
Which is good before this stretch, because this can be psychologically challenging.
Yeah, all the reports we've read, all of the blogs and PDFs online are saying that this is difficult psychologically, and we're going to need to take some breaks. But we'll see how we go. I don't mind a straight road. We'll see how I feel at the end of it. I'll get back to you on that one. Is that a bend in the road? Is that a bend? I don't know, Nullarbor.
What you doing there?
Found a seat. Having an orange? Very happy boy.
So we've just had our first big blowout on the tyre. It wasn't a slow leak, it kind of just went all of a sudden, and we had to pull off. Luckily there were no cars around, like it was perfectly safe, but now we've got the task of changing the tube and finding out what actually happened.
It did blow out through the tyre a little bit, and I'm kind of nervous that the tube will balloon through once I put a new one in, so we've got some spare tubes. So I've just cut some strips out. I'm going to patch them inside just to act as a bit of a barrier, and then hopefully when we put the new one in it won't balloon out. A bit more structural integrity. So we had a great day on the bikes today. It was Stranger Day, we're calling it. Stranger Day. We came across so many people just wanting to stop and have a chat and help us out. It was great. So we started off the day meeting a couple, like we said, of the pilot drivers who offered us a free coffee, which was a great way to start. And then everyone out on the roads was giving us toots and beeps and big waves. It felt really nice out there. We stopped for our first lunch at a rest stop with some benches, and an older couple in a caravan stopped and had a chat to us. What are their names?
Adrian and Maria.
Adrian and Maria.
Yeah.
They ended up making us a percolated coffee, which was fantastic. And some hot cross buns, and left us with a block of dark chocolate, which was so lovely. It was really, really nice. It was. Made us feel all warm and tingly inside. More people stopping and having a chat. We came across another cyclist, the first cyclist.
First one.
Yeah. So he was riding from Perth across to Byron Bay for a blues festival, which was really interesting. And he had a pretty light setup, and we had a look at each other's bikes and swapped notes and talked about the towns upcoming. And because up until now our community's just been the caravan travellers and the grey nomads. So to see another bike rider was cool.
It was cool. We were so excited.
Yeah.
About a K out, we could kind of see this shape, and we were like, is that a bike? Could it be? Just like, giggling to ourselves.
That's it. And then tonight, we've talked about the Facebook group that we chucked our information up on, and this guy Bavo from Belgium is coming to meet us tonight. He should be here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And he's going to be cooking us some food for dinner, and he's bringing a couple of beers. There's always a price to pay, so on the flip side, I got my first tyre pop today. It went out with a bang, and actually looking at the damage today, we've found a couple of hairline cracks on the nipples of the spokes just off the rim, where the bike hit the ground because it went down so quickly and the bike's so heavy. So we've done the best we can. We've loosened some spokes, we've chucked some super glue on the hairline cracks, and we've called ahead to a bike shop about a week away, maybe 2 weeks away, to try and order a new back wheel for me. So fingers crossed it makes it till then. That's the best we can do for now. We just cross our fingers and hope. So we'll try and offload my bike, and that should do the job. So yeah, crazy day. It was nice, really pleasant riding too, but I mean, we were just so focused on the people today that the riding kind of took a back step.
I'm really enjoying having such a straight road because you can see the cars so clearly, and you've also got time to kind of look around and take in the scenery more fully.
Straight road's fine. I love the straight road,
really
and it's also a very direct way. We could be cutting across A to B to C to D, but we're just taking that hypotenuse straight down the line. Shortest way to get across to Norseman and then to Esperance. So yeah, I love it. It's meant to be the psychologically challenging part of the Nullarbor, but
we're having a great time.
Loving it. Loving it. How sick is that? That feels so good.
Yeah, it's about time.
About damn time. Morning. I don't know if you can see the corner behind us, but we've just polished off the last of the 90 mile straight, or the longest straight road in Australia. It's a nice feeling. It was a really pretty road, and like we said yesterday, it was meant to be psychologically demanding, but we actually loved it. It was really nice. Easy to see, nice views, beautiful. So we need to tell you about last night. We, as planned, we got visited by Bavo, and it was the most ridiculous night. It was unbelievable.
Absolutely exceeded expectations.
Yeah. He rolled in, gave us a big hug, and then just started unloading. Like, what do we have? Biscuits, bocconcini, tomato, hummus, snacks. We had some beers, got the Fireball whiskey out.
We had chairs, a table, fake grass.
Bavo's a chef, so he cooked us up an amazing veggie meal. It was incredible. And then
there you go.
There you go.
He brought out the standard Coles chocolate cake that comes out at every birthday party.
Coles classic for dessert. It was insane.
We went to town.
It was a great night. We just chatted all night. Lots of stories. He shared a lot of his experience. He's been living in WA for about a year, so he told us some good places to go, some people to look out for. We might start looking at couch surfing, which sounds like a pretty good option out in WA.
Yeah.
It was nuts, and also gave us some food and sunscreen and some water, so topped us up.
Legend.
Yeah, so we're just floating on that at the moment. We haven't had an experience like that out here yet, so man, yeah, that really lifted us. That was cool. So plan for the day is we've already done about 50k this morning.
Yeah.
So we'll roll on through to Balladonia, the last roadhouse on the Nullarbor for us. Chill out there for a little bit, maybe have a nap, and then I think we'll just roll on through, find the next camp. We've got 2 more days after today on the Nullarbor, and so we're just going to try and soak it in as much as we can. Woohoo! Woo! Yeah! Whee! All right, another day down. So today we were pretty tired on the ride. We didn't get as much sleep as we normally would. We woke up feeling a little bit wobbly, a little bit shaky, but still managed to punch out 115 Ks, which was really encouraging. That's feeling quite normal now as a distance. The ride was beautiful. So we've passed through Balladonia, which was the last roadhouse on the Nullarbor for us. We stopped there for a bit of a nap. We had a read and stayed there for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then came out and did another 30 Ks in the evening, which actually worked quite nicely. It was a good way to break up the Ks, and we think we might start doing that a little bit more often now. So now we're moving into a new sort of habitat. We've just entered what's called the Great Western Woodlands, and we've started rising in altitude. So it's very, very pretty, and we actually quite like doing a bit of exploring at camp the other night, so we might do that again. We'll go for a bit of an explore and show you how it's changing, and we're really excited for the next couple of days because we're moving into some new territory. It's going to look different, seems a little bit cooler up here. So yeah, we're excited. We're going to have an early night's rest. And punch some Ks out tomorrow. The other thing we've got to mention is these park benches have started popping up again, which is brilliant. We haven't seen one for hundreds of kilometers. They don't really have them out in the Nullarbor, and it's perfect. We love it. It's like the public toilets. It's a luxury for us. We get to not sit on the dirt. We can rest our bikes. We can spread our stuff out without it getting dusty. And I mean, they're pretty loud. They're pretty lurid green. But we're loving them. It's a good sign that we're heading back to civilization.